What's going on, world? Welcome back to another video. We're going to be going in here doing some wisdom deck. We're going to be doing an oracle deck, so we're going to just be speaking on some things that come out for you guys, right? Let's see. For my divine, what is the messages? Alright, so the first one is prayer, right? So whatever it is that you want, right? Whatever it may be, right? Ensure you ask for it, ensure that you are praying, ensure that you also are praying to your highest power for the things that you already have. A lot of times we can get carried away with just receiving without thinking, you know what I mean? Even like the simplest things that we don't really think of, like the opportunities we gain, simple things like the food sources, the water. I know all that stuff comes so easily, and you know it's it's important that while you're praying, that you're thanking them, and then also if you request to ask for the higher power for other things, make sure you guys are thanking him in the process of it, right? Let's see what else we got. Next we have is Bliss, right? So I'm picking up on like you guys could have been kind of like started things early, kind of like a Bliss play, right? Like a Bliss in like an NFL, they'll Bliss, so like they'll like I'm assuming start early, or how they do it. I forget exactly how they, but I'm picking up started something early, right? So we're just gonna go with that. I'm picking up like you might have started something early, but the dragon here is a golden dragon, so I'm thinking that even though you felt like you started something early, you was your golden moment. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. But sometimes we often think that we start things early, but it's actually perfect timing. You know what I'm saying? Like for an example, I remember when I think I got one of my jobs during like something crazy I was going on in my life personally, but it worked out. You know what I mean? Even though I felt like it was early to start the job, whatever, it ended up working out perfectly. And that's in everyday life that you guys see it when you start something early and you felt like it was too early, or sometimes it's too late. It ends up where you feel like that, but then it ends up working in perfect time. So that's what I'm picking up. I'm feeling like even though it was early or too late when you guys thought it would, end up being a golden moment, right? Okay. Let's see what else you guys got. So the next one we have is path. So you can be on your path, you can be on your journey, and this is why it's very much important to pray. Not only pray, but also recognize your golden moments while you're on your path, while you're on this journey to gain whatever it is that you're trying to gain, right? As long as we acknowledge the higher power, as long as we understand our golden moments and our golden times and our golden opportunities, then it should be no problem going with your path. Because once you realize that, okay, there's never a too early or too late time, because you never know what could be a good path. That's going to encourage you to cut out all of that extra stuff, whereas like you feel like you have to be a certain way to achieve things, or you know, you get so caught up with the whole process of look a certain way or act in a certain way, and we get nervous on actually doing the task at hand. You know what I mean? Once you say to yourself, it's never too early, never too late, and you can focus on the task at hand, and you make sure you're thanking the higher power and keeping that faith in you. That's gonna help you along with whatever journey that you're on, right? Or whatever path. So you could have been losing something, or you could have a lossful moment in your lifetime, right? It could have been this lossful moment on your journey, your path. That could be things like you tell yourself you're gonna do something and you procrastinate into not doing it. And then you not only not do it, but you're also like doing other things that are nowhere near going to benefit whatever it is that you pass. So you gotta have that loss of memory. You have to find yourself, you have to reel yourself back in, you know, and those moments are gonna come. Doesn't matter how disciplined you are, those are gonna come. So don't feel discouraged if you say you're not gonna eat cake and you ate some cake, or even if you felt like you wasn't gonna study. You was gonna study, you didn't study. Those moments are gonna come. They all are what part of makes us more noticeable to our characteristics. Like for an example, like as you said, if you tell yourself something you didn't do it, when you don't do it that day, you feel you don't get discouraged, but you will feel some sort of regretfulness, and that's gonna help you stay more on your path later, because you're gonna realize be wise to why you should have done it. You're gonna realize, okay, these are the effects when I don't do something that I said I was gonna do. So now you're gonna be more cautious next time you think about quitting, or next time you think about not doing whatever it is that you said you was gonna do. So you can have a lossful moment, but don't worry, those moments do come, they are natural. So we have courage, right? And this falls right on the prayer, which is crazy because it's like, we can't also be scared to pray in public as well. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that you gotta be a straight, I mean, you could be a voice, but I mean, it's up to your preference, like, you know? But the biggest thing that people respect isn't necessarily somebody coming to them and like, you know, I'm not saying you can't go to people and tell them what they have power, but people respect it more when they see it in hand. You know what I mean? Like we were installed in faith back in humanity once people start to showcase faith. Once people start to showcase, like kind of like if somebody told you, for example, somebody told you they could fly, right? And before planes was invented, somebody just said they could fly. You didn't believe them until they pulled out with an airplane and now they could fly. You know what I mean? In a sense, right? So it's like, don't be afraid to pray. Was what I'm picking up on. Like, don't be afraid to, you know what I mean, pray out in public for your dinner and everything. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's actually, you know, 100 times more better than people think. Like, we gotta have courage when it comes down to, even with faith, like, we gotta have courage when it comes down to walking in the light. You know, don't be afraid of any backlash you might get. Like, I'll get hate or whatever on my channel or whatever for little things. But I know what I'm doing. I know my purpose. So it's like the same way. I want you guys to move in the same direction. You know your purpose. You know where you're going. You know where you come from. And moving with courage. Don't let no hate stop you. Don't let none of that prevent you from showcasing who you are and what you believe in and all of that, right? Let's see what else we got for you guys. So the next one we have for you guys is, you're picking up on, like, you're definitely somebody that's seen to dominate your game. You know what I mean? Whatever it is that you're trying to get at, you're definitely somebody that's dominated, and you're not allowing life things to discourage you from chasing your goal. You shouldn't. You know, like, you might work a lot, so you might want to start something. There's always gonna be room. We might have to give up. I mean, you might have to give up a little TV time for a week or whatever, just till you get the rhythm down. But it's something we gotta do. You know what I mean? If we want to change our lives, we gotta make something count. You know, for my relationships out there, people that's in a relationship, I encourage relationships to work with each other. Like, one could go to work while the other one makes a business, and then when the other business kicks off, you go ahead and you make a business. It's just, there's always things to do. You know what I mean? Let's not just talk about it. Let's actually do it. So you could be dominating your life goals right now. Next one we have for you guys is focusedness, right? I'm picking up on focusedness. I'm picking up that stare in life where you're just staring life in his eyes, and you're prepared to take on life in general. So I'm picking up that focused mindset is what you're picking up with, what you are starting to pick up on, what you're starting to have, which is a healthy mindset if you wish to go beyond your needs and all of that, right? So just having that focus movement. What is the message? Last one we have for you guys is nutrition, right? So ensure that you guys are having that nutrition. You know, I'm picking up on greens like spinach, lettuce, all of that good stuff. Nutrition is key when it comes down to it. It's like one of the most important things because it really comes down to your energy. You know what I mean? So you really want to prep yourself for success. You know what I mean? Preparing, not preparing to plan, it's like preparing to fail or something like that. So just make sure you guys are putting that nutrition in your body, drink a lot of water, things like that. So that is coming out for you guys. Hopefully all this works. Hopefully the messages are relatable. Stay tuned for more messages. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you're new. And if you enjoyed the video, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next video.